Hey, long time no see. Konnichiwa, minasan. It's Gray from Wakizashi's Teahouse over in Japan. Still here, still smiling, kind of, still fighting the darkness. But it's been a while since I dropped one of these. It's been summer holidays over here. You might get a bit of background noise of the Koshien High School baseball competition going on. Mrs. Wakizashi over there. No studio for me. I do these videos right in the middle of the living room, you know what I mean? But without further ado, Hot New Comics, Episode 8. Great to be back. I've got some good picks, I think, this week. There are some exciting comics coming out. Definitely some great indie titles looking forward to. But I do have a few. A couple from DC, a couple from Marvel. Also, Get Fury is coming out at last. Yeah, looking forward to that. And Conan by Kron. So, without further ado, let's get on with Gray's Hot Picks for this week. Starting, as always, with DC, we've got Batman, Superman World's Finest, issue 30. Wow, it's made it to 30. Written by Mark Waid. This time the art is by Gleb Melnikov. So, looking forward to see different style. First of all, love this cover by Dan Mora. And this one sounds like an interesting issue because the synopsis says, "The Trinity's first mission revealed." No, sadly it's not Trinity from the Matrix. Mamma mia. Get ready to see the Trinity, Batman, Superman and Wonder Woman take part in their first adventure as a trio. So priced at $3.99, it says 32 pages. Looking forward to this. I've been enjoying this series very much. How about you? Are you picking it up? Oh, and by the way, one of the variant covers, I mean there are some fantastic ones, but do check out the Jorge Jimenez Batman 85th Anniversary cardstock variant. Look at this cover, it's awesome. It's a nod, I think, to a classic Detective Comics cover, but I can't remember which issue it was. Let me know in the comics and don't kill me. I'll also be checking out Superman issue 17, written by Joshua Williamson with art by Jamal Campbell. Yes, Campbell's back and hopefully he's staying. Superman and Zatanna team up, and that's the main reason I'm picking this up. Big Zatanna fan here. After the traumatic events of Absolute Power issue 2, Superman and Zatanna trek into the darkest areas of the DC universe to find a way to stop Waller and her growing army. Powerless and without magic, are they willing to make a deal with the devil to save the world? I wonder if it's going to be Etrigan. I nearly said estrogen then. What's going on? Moving on to Marvel, I've got Ultimate Spider-Man issue 8. Yes, still reading this series. How about you? Written by Jonathan Hickman, it's got art, thank goodness, by Marco Tichetto again. Okay, Kingpin's Sinister Six. Kingpin gathers a team to deal with his masked vigilante problem. But a group of supervillains isn't the only challenge Spider-Man will face. Meanwhile, Green Goblin joins forces with... Doc Ock with the question mark. That's the synopsis. $4.99 of course, it always is. These Ultimate issues are $4.99, 28 pages, a little bit too pricey, but intrigued by the cover. What do you think there? That's Iron Man, isn't it? Or is it Iron Lad in the Ultimate Universe? This has been so much better than the current ASM, Amazing Spider-Man run by Zeb Wells, which I've got to say, the latest issue of that, last week's issue, it's got to be one of the worst, dullest, most boring, most feels like phoned in issues I've read in years. God, that was terrible. Can't wait till he's off that book. But thank goodness we have this, a decent Spider-Man run at the moment with a strong focus on character work. My next pick from Marvel, and for me this was a surprise, I didn't know this was coming out, it is Wolverine Revenge issue 1. Now listen to this, written by Jonathan Hickman, it's got art by Greg Capullo. Yes, Dinosaur Greg Capullo, famous for his work on Gunslinger Spawn, amongst other things. Here's a synopsis. Now, by the way, this is $4.99. Again, you know, Marvel, love to overprice things. Hickman and Capullo join forces for a Wolverine epic like no other. Now, I've heard rumours that it's going to be set in the future, but I don't know how far. Greg Capullo makes his grand return to Marvel Comics storytelling as he and Hickman pit Wolverine against a cadre of foes who will turn his world upside down. He's been beaten, he's been blooded, and Logan only has one thought on his mind: revenge. Don't miss this prestige mini-series, set to become one of the defining tales in Wolverine's storied legend. So I'm not sure how many issues it's going to be. It said they're mini-series. Let's have a quick look. There are 3 issues on the moment on the League of Comic Book Geeks website. 1, 2, 3, August, September and October. So we'll see if it goes beyond that. Maybe it's just a 3-issue mini. Oh, I forgot to say there's also a red band edition for an extra $5.99. I guess with more blood, but they're not really worth it in my opinion. Now this is the one I'm really looking forward to from Marvel this week. It is Get Fury issue 4, written by Garth Ennis. It's got art by Jason Burrows. $3.99 by the way, so very rare for Marvel these days, and it's part of the Max, the old Max, remember that? The Max series with explicit content. Frank Castle begins a suicide mission to rescue Nick Fury. But if you know Frank Castle, he's not usually the one who ends up dead in an impossible situation. The CIA, however, don't quite understand Castle's capabilities and employ drastic measures to ensure that Castle and Fury don't leave Hanoi alive. Really been enjoying this series. Great writing by Garth Ennis and the art by Jason Burrows. Yeah, looking forward to it. Okay, moving on to indies now. From Image we have Destro, issue 3 coming out. Written by Dan Waters, it's got art by Andrea Milana. Priced at $3.99. Stranded in the mountains without any weapons, Destro must survive the chameleon's wrath. But who is the chameleon, and why do they want Laird Destro dead? That is the question. Maybe not my favourite of the Energon Universe titles, but I'm enjoying it. Dan Waters, as I've said before, sometimes he works, sometimes he doesn't. Gotta say, I love this cover by, who is it? Andre Bressan, it says in the credits. Great image there of Destro fighting Chameleon. And I'm not a huge G.I. Joe lore expert. I don't know the characters beyond the very basic ones. So yeah, looking forward to finding out more. Guessing the Chameleon's going to be a lady, a woman, by the look of the chest there. Hey, no surprises, right? But yeah, do let me know if you know anything about the lore, the character. Do drop a comment. I'd love to hear about it. And next, everyone's favourite Tool is back. That's right, Simon Pure in Redco issue 5. Written by Jeff Johns. Great art by Brian Hitch. Great to see he's still on it. We're up to issue 5 and the art hasn't changed. The artist hasn't changed. What's going on? Well, it's not Marvel, is it? Or DC, that's what. Here's a synopsis. Immortal mercenary Simon Pure is no Einstein. Lucky for him, Simon has a real one helping him. Except this Albert Einstein is 13 years old and still discovering the revolutionary genius he'll grow up to be. But hey, that's still a lot smarter than Simon, who needs all the brain power he can get to defeat the hooded cult called the Founding Fathers. They've been hunting Simon for over a century, and now that they have him, what do they intend to do with him? Ladies. $3.99, 32 pages. Just so much fun. I mean, look at this cover for a start. We've got Simon Pure in the sea, surrounded by 5 massive sharks. How's he going to get out of this? Let's read and find out. And my third pick from Image is Rat City, issue 5, part of the Spawn universe. This is written by Erica Schultz and it's got art by Zé Carlos. I'm really enjoying this series. I'm really enjoying Erica Schultz's writing. Don't know her work that well, but it's just been a really cool kind of Batman Beyond, cyberpunk version of Spawn. Looking forward to reading this. Like the art style, it's a bit different, a little bit like, obviously, European by the name. So yeah, how about you? Anyone still reading that out there? It says here, very, very short synopsis, Dr. Ammon is back and he wants what's his. Peter and Quinlan have a plan, but the suit may have other ideas. That's right, some crazy, weird, futuristic Spawn suit running around in the future. Do you know what? I have no idea what's going on, but I'm here for the ride. By Crom. From Titan, we have Conan the Barbarian, issue 14. Priced at $3.99. It's written by Jim Zub, and it has art this time by Doug Braithwaite. Doug Braithwaite's doing the current arc. It's part 2 of this young Conan story. The synopsis briefly states, after leaving Cimmeria, filled with wanderlust, the young Conan heads north in search of glory. What he finds in that cold climate will change his outlook forever, setting him on the path that will make him a legend. Now, I've got to say, I've been lucky enough to see an advanced review copy, an arc for this, even with a huge watermark on it, which means I can't use it for reviews, or, well, I could do, but it wouldn't look that good. It's gorgeous art, again, by Doug Braithwaite, really, really good. We've got 2 amazing artists on this series so far, Roberto de la Torre and Doug Braithwaite. I think they both, really work with Conan, and I've got to point out the stunning cover, very stylistic, by Jay Lee, the main cover. Look at that, it's a beautiful image. There are some awesome other covers as well, some variants, especially a Rebecca Puebla variant. It's beautiful. You've got Conan and Red Sonja kind of half fighting, half hugging. I like the way she's covering his mouth here. So how about you? Are you still reading Conan? Are you enjoying it? The good news is, if you like the writer Jim Zub, the good news is that he's been given a 3 years contract so far. It's doing so well, so he's here to stay. And let's just hope they keep, the fantastic artists as well. Okay, next, one of the most striking covers from Oni Press. Oni! Oni's like devil in Japanese, devil. Now, I completely missed the first issue of this. This is issue 2, by the way, of Epitaphs from the Abyss. Gotta say, do not like that title. Not very exciting, is it? But what was it? It was the Cruel Universe issue 1 from a couple of weeks ago that really caught my eye. A great kind of pulpy sci-fi series. Oni are basically taking over from EC Comics, remember the old classic Weird Science, Tales from the Crypt, that kind of thing. This is the horror version. It says here, in this month's terrifying festival of fright, 3 all-new tales of depraved intention and traumatic tension, culled from the fingertips of death-addled writers Jason Aaron, Matt Kint, and writer-artist Tyler Crook. Forever wedded to the bloodstained brushstrokes of artist Klaus Janson and Jorge Fornes. 3 unrelated nail-biters from 5 masters of the comic trade. You'd have to be crazy to miss this, or dead. Now this is priced $4.99, but it is, I think it's an overly big issue, as far as I know. It doesn't have the page count here, but I seem to remember Cruel Universe being quite long. As I said already, I missed issue 1, completely missed it, probably by this, less than intriguing title. But I'll be picking this up. Loving that cover, by the way. And yeah, looking forward to a bit of horror, pulpy horror. Bring it on. Continuing indies, the first of 3 picks from Dark Horse Comics. We have Paranoid Gardens issue 2. Written by Gerard Way, it's got art by Chris Weston. Oh, sorry, it also says co-written by Sean Simon. So this has been a completely unusual, weird, bonkers kind of typical Gerard Way comic. It's set in what's the word? It's like a care home or a facility for superheroes, aliens, bizarre creatures, villains, heroes, I don't know. Let's see what the synopsis says, because Gray's lost the plot here. They try and describe it as an all-new surreal comic book experience that's Derek, the Ricky Gervais series. Derek meets Doctor Who in 6 psychotic episodes. So it's a 6-part miniseries. As Lou, the main character, lady there, Lou continues to be plagued by mysterious dark visions. She pushes forward to tend to the care centre patients while discovering some of the more murky plans behind other staff members. Gotta say again, great cover. Look at that. The cover's by Chris Weston. That weird monkey mask one's freaking me out in the background. Also Dark Horse, we've got Usagi Yojimbo, The Crow, issue 5, the concluding part of this mini story. The conclusion of The Crow, written by Stan Sakai and art, of course. It features an all-out battle between the bounty hunters and the bandits. Though greatly outnumbered, Usagi and the bounty hunters are confident they can even the odds by taking the criminals by surprise. Their plans go awry, however, and the bandit chief, Jim, is that you? Jimu abandons his men to make his escape. One goes after him, but they're surprised by an unexpected attack. I mean, what hasn't been said about this series? It's legacy number 279. Can you believe that? Usagi been going for that long. It's 40 years of Usagi Yojimbo. Yeah, I used to call it Usagi. You call it what you want. Great new character in here, Yukichi Yamamoto, who's, I think it's Usagi's cousin. I've got that right. Yeah, just really enjoying it, and can never get enough of Murakami Genosuke. Gen, the rhino with a cut-off horn. And last but by no means least, the final pick from Dark Horse is Nightclub 2, issue 1. It's the second series of Nightclub, Mark Miller's vampire superhero, teenage vampire superhero series. Okay, art by Juanan Ramirez, and I do like his style. He does the cover as well here. After last year's smash hit series, your favourite vampire superheroes are back. The only problem is that they've all fallen out, and Sam is never going to forgive Danny for dating the girl he loves. Is he about to start his own rival vampire gang? Now, there's been a little bit of criticism in comments I've seen, people looking forward to it, but don't forget this was $1.99 when it came out last year, was it? Like Mark Miller was like obviously losing money on it, but he was trying to make an effort to bring people in to buy comics. Now, with Dark Horse, it's been put out for $4.99. All the Dark Horse comics have gone up $4.99, so I'm not sure why. Not sure how many people are going to be picking this up with a difference in the price, but we'll have to see. I've actually seen a review, an advanced review copy. I've read it. I really enjoyed it. I'll hopefully be doing a review later on this week, but yeah. Do let me know in the comments if you even read the first series. Did you see them? Did you see them in big game? It's definitely worth a look. And maybe more of a teenage audience would enjoy this more than me. I don't know, but yeah, I'm always up for some vampire action, so come on. Okay, as always, I'll give you the rest of the DC releases. We have Nightwing issue 117, Wonder Woman issue 12. Not doing very well, that is it. Titans issue 14, Green Lantern War Journal issue 12. That might be the conclusion. Dark Knights of Steel All Winter issue 2. I didn't enjoy issue 1, so won't be picking that up. Gotham City Sirens issue 3. No comment. Jenny Sparks issue 1, a new series by Tom King. Nah, you're okay, thanks. Batman Wayne Family Adventures issue 126. And we have the Crisis on Infinite Earths Facsimile Edition, issue 5. Here's the rest from Marvel, who are putting out 18 plus facsimiles or reprints. Here we go. Miles Morales Spider-Man Annual issue 1. Star Wars issue 49. Deadpool issue 5. A rare $3.99 comic there from Marvel. The Wolverine Revenge Red Band edition, which I talked about earlier, that's $5.99. Phoenix issue 2. Scarlet Witch issue 3. Ghost Rider Final Vengeance issue 6. Spider-Woman issue 10. Venom War, Venomous issue 1. Mate, is anyone reading the Venom War? There's like about 20 titles, I think, out for that. Daredevil, Woman of Without Fear issue 2. Venom War again, Carnage issue 1. Talk about milking it. Then we also have Namor issue 2. Predator vs. Black Panther issue 1. Could be interesting, but it's $5.99. That put me off. Giant Size Thor issue 1 for $7. X-Men from the Ashes Infinity Comic issue 11 and a Spider-Man Unlimited Infinity Comic issue 51, which I think are available on the Marvel Unlimited app. Now let me give you the rest of the indies, starting with Image. We also have The Walking Dead Deluxe issue 95, G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero issue 309, Local Man issue 13, Black Cloak issue 7, Witchblade issue 2, which I'm tempted to check that out. I might give that a try. Plastic Death and Dolls issue 3, very bizarre comic. Blood Squad 7 issue 4, Stand Still issue 1, new series, and Self-Help issue 3. Dynamite have got Thundercats issue 7, Boom have got Briar issue 8, Dark Horse bring you Star Wars The High Republic Adventures issue 9, IDW Star Trek issue 23, AWA have got Red Light issue 4, and then, the row below, Boom bring you Crocodile Black issue 4, I think that's a Phil Kennedy Johnson series. Dynamite have got the Powerpuff Girls issue 2, then Boom again with Blow Away issue 5, and Lawful issue 3. Let's scroll down a second. Dynamite bring you Darkwing Duck, Justice Ducks issue 5. Vault have got a new series called Something Crawled Out issue 1. Might be worth a look for horror fans. Boom Studios with Power Rangers Infinity issue 1. Dark Horse have got Patra issue 1. Alien Books, which is, the Valiant, isn't it? They're publishing the Valiant universe. Archer and Armstrong Assassination issue 1, $4.99 for that. Dark Horse bring you Joy Operations 2 issue 3. Then Titan have got a new series called Huge Detective issue 1. Not sure about that. Nice bit of origami on the cover there. And the bottom row, Oni Press with Rick and Morty Youth in Rick Vault issue 1. IDW have got everyone's favourite series, My Little Pony, Set Your Sail issue 5. Xenoscope with one of the most intriguing looking covers, Man, Goat and the Bunny Man, Beware of the Pigman issue 2. And finally, Rivers of London, Stray Cat Blues issue 4. That's it for the rest of the indies. And there you have it. Here I am in my Japanese summer festival weird wear. You know, I put this on because I've actually, my brain or my mind is broken. It's like cracked brain, whatever's left of it is slowly seeping out the side. So I had to tie my head back together. But if you still watch this far, I'm bowing down to you. Hontou ni arigato. Arigatou gozaimasu. I really appreciate it. And I hope to see you in a future video. Do drop a comment. Let me know what your picks are, what you're looking forward to. Let me know if you saw Crazy Grey at the end with my kind of Natsu Matsuri summer festival gear. I'm only joking. It's just it's what do you call it? It's a towel that they wrap their heads in because they're crazy. They love it over here, don't they? Okay. And as always, I do hope to see you in another video. Mata ne.
He swaps his longsword for a Wakizashi, so